Hello everyone, this is Pomon bringing you the final part of my Fire Emblem Path of Radiance Ironman. Repatriation. Last battle was honestly like very easy. Only 340 bonus experience. Bonus experience requirements are a bit tougher than I expected. I beat it like in 12 turns. I think that was a pretty good clear. Oh, A support with Reason. I'll actually be getting that. I've been kind of working on this one, and I don't think I'll ever go for this one for 8 support, so yeah. Not like Rayson isn't a character you tend to use a lot, but a few with that Rayson. And I need you to help me too. Alright, treating him like an equal, which is kind of what he wanted, so that's good. This one is already at A. We can get Depth and Largo to B, but not to A because I didn't deploy Largo that much. Not bad. So that's a thing already in... What? I'm a monster. I gotta dispose of the body. Perhaps Devdan is to blame for showing you his trick. What? I think I got lost there. I'm feeling a Stefan. I'm feeling like this could be a good idea. Seraph Robe and also a bit of damage. Yes, a little bit. You get a lot of crits, so this is like investing into a lot of... Okay, 52. The cap is high enough for this to be worth it. 26 defense, 25 strength, you don't really need a lot. Ileana might want like, yes, a bit more speed. Yeah, seems good to me. Kiran, to be honest, like you're doing great, but strength and speed? Yeah, because the rest are doing okay. I feel like Kiran... Okay, maybe not a speed, but I will use the strength, yeah. I will use the strength. The speed is going on Yanaf, actually. Yeah. Might seem crazy, but that's what I'm doing. Yeah, this could be good. If I'm going to keep you at low health for purposes of, you know, exploiting resolve, then that could be good. No. I also want to manage a ward experience. That means getting you to level 20. I mean, almost free. So obviously I'm doing that. Level 20 Liana, magic and speed. Very glad to see that. Kiran kind of deserves it, but at the same time I fully expect him to get to level 20 on his own. I can get Largo to level 9. At least those could be some stats. Some strength, okay. And finally, like, leveling up Joffrey should be sort of cheap because of Paragon affecting bonus experience in this game. So we get a skill and rest here, and we get to level 16 with what? Strength, defense, and rest. Okay, strength, defense I really like. Okay. Obviously I need to like change up what I have on the inventories. I know more or less how many characters I can deploy. I'm pretty sure without taking Elins into account and without deploying Mist, I can deploy up to Joffrey. It will be like 12, 13 units. I don't know exactly which units I can deploy. I've kind of checked. So yeah, let me just reassign inventories and I'll come back. Alright, that would be enough. Preparations if it wasn't for two small things here at the very end. Using one arms scroll, and because I have El Thunder equipped, weapon level up. Okay, a bit of a waste. We have been training this for a while, but I really want to use Rex Bolt. So I'll take Rex Bolt, and we have Rex Bolt bolting Hellfire, and a physic. A physic I can use, yes. And finally, even though it's a bit of a weird thing, there's a lot of people with S rank or A rank that really don't want the S rank for anything. I'm going to use the arms scroll here. And I'm going to give Geoffrey an extra level on bows so he can wield the Brave Bow. He doesn't have the Brave Lance, I have that on Brom, just because I felt like it, and I thought, you know, he might actually make very good use of the Brave Bow, while Shinon can use the Silver Bow, which is A rank only. This is how we're looking. You have the Rex Bolt now, you have the Brave Bow now, and we are apparently ready to go into the endgame. Repatriation. Repatriation. Very weird name for an endgame. I speak to the army. Hey there. And very weird endgame in general, right? Like, not a lot of endgame chapters have like this open field, you know, feeling to them. The main villain is, of course, Ashnard, King dying. Pretty sure he's not weak to, you know, the classical weaknesses of flying guys, but even if he was, attacking him with a mage might not be worth it. He has 1 to range on the Gurgurant. Even though it's 25 weight, he's strong enough to lift it. 35 strength, 27 speed, 35 defense. Getting through that defense is difficult, and in fact, I'm pretty sure he just has like a thing. Yeah, everything I've said about effective damage is actually stupid, because he has a thing about not being affected by any damage that isn't Ragnall, Nasir Orena, and whatever Royal Lagoose you pick to accompany you. So we have to defeat these guys sort of quickly. Thankfully he doesn't move, so at least we have that advantage. The problem is that we can't lure him, so we'll have to get there slowly. I remember this endgame being kind of difficult. But yeah, I'm going to save here. And in case I never get like clear game, I'm going to save on top also. Just for the hell of it. Alright, let's go. We're going to command our forces, battling, dying in the city streets. See, once all is done, very well, leave King Ashnard to me. Okay. I didn't know that conversation was there, because first time I played, I actually used the Lincia in this final battle. I mean, there was no Ironman happening, so I didn't care about the possibility of losing a Lincia. Okay, we have a Feral One Dragon, not a lot of them though, so we might be more or less okay. Rexaura Fortify. Yeah, this Rexaura guy, there's like a weird thing about, like you can obtain Rexaura if you force him to equip the Fortify, and I know there's like a whole complicated thing about getting him to equip it. Yeah, so I can face like Lagoose Slayer and Spears in here. Lagoose Slayer is a sword. We can face basically multiple Lagoose on this side. Only one Lagoose there, so that might be a good start. And a bolting coming, plus some feral ones. I also have a new long range weapon here. I brought finally Purge on wrist, so maybe 2 uses of Purge, you know, by dancing him, to take care of this guy, and then we continue, right? Getting rid of the bolting just seems like a good idea. Silencing him also would be okay. Even though wrist can only carry so many steps, I was sure to bring a lot of extra staves on Rayson just in case. But yeah, here we go down to 2 uses of Purge. Take care of the bolting, which I think is one of the main menaces at the beginning. And simply face the other guys. No real menacing here. Yes, you know, can go for a Lagoose Bow, is super effective, and then we can go in with Yanaf, right? And I'm guessing Yanaf can probably kill. I mean, the stats on the Lagoose have been... I do have a chance for crit and stuff like that, but... how about Silver Lance? Maybe attack from the left? Yeah, you have the same bonuses, and if you don't get like multiple adepts or a crit or enough stuff to kill this guy, then you can finish off with Joffrey. I don't get any adept, surprisingly enough, but that's okay. Joffrey can finish. Okay. So this side should be safe now. Emphasis on should. There we go. There we go. Now we only have to worry about tanking some enemies on the left and the right. Here seems like this is only cavalry, right? And the main guy coming here is a blade. But there's also like a bow in the back. I think I'm yes. Yeah, I'm going to use Brom here. I'm going to use Brom. I'm going to counter with the spear. That should do a good amount of damage. Okay. Yeah, she's safe. I should be able to kill her with silver. No, not at all. Guess they are really tanky on the physical side of things. Okay. Then maybe yes, we can and finish with Devdang. That's a crit. Okay. It's helpful, but it doesn't solve the problem of tanking the next guy coming. So, well, I can still do it with Devdang because it's not a tiger anymore. It's not as scary. It's just a cat. So Devdang it is. Nasir is also going through the middle, and I'm also going to accompany with South. I'd say this is like a very, very solid start, okay? Maybe the sides are a bit unattended. I will admit to that. Wait a second, I never got my Royal Lagoose. When do you pick the Royal Lagoose? Tell me you can't like skip on it. There's no way. Maybe it doesn't happen immediately in hard mode. I think I remember reading something like that. Wow, okay, another crit. Not even in Resolve, yes, you know, Largo doing the classical Berserker performance. Yeah, they are all provoked together, it seems. Oh, one more guy than I expected. I didn't realize you were in range too. Seems like I kill back. Get back to full again. Beauty. I don't kill her. No, I'm a bit short. Okay. Okay. Not ideal. We can probably manage anyway, though. Only you go to the north. Some enemies will go for Brom. Brom has like 26 defense. He shouldn't be taking a lot of damage. In fact, if he gets hurt, it's worse for the enemies. Because he gets Wrath. I don't think I've had Brom using Wrath effectively so far because he's so tanky he doesn't really get the chance. After I'm done killing most of them, we are fine, right? Alright, insane animation. I guess really showing that it was worth it to get to S rank. Very nice, very nice. Can you do it? You don't kill. Okay, maybe it's better for you to take advantage of 1 to range and discourage the enemies from attacking you by wielding this. Then Largo should go for the armor, and I can go for the sniper with Kieran. We could miss one of them. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, okay. Killer bow is gone. Now there's only 1 lance. Not effective damage as far as I... Yeah, I see as a short spear. So I'll just pull back. And you do whatever you want. Okay, so the dragon is coming closer here, which is helpful for me. If I can just defeat it without... Yeah, and this is what we wanted. A little bit of damage on... I can't get damage on Largo. I guess I'm too good. Okay, and the counter? I'd say we have contained these waves of enemies pretty well. Of course, I can just easily, you know, advance through the middle and mow down any group of enemies. Oh, this is actually good, because I think they might be divided. Maybe I just go for the short axe. I risk taking the counter. Should be fine with me. Doesn't matter, it doesn't happen. And I'll say Ileana can tank. Oh, Ileana doesn't have to tank because this guy has been blocked. He can't only go from here or from there. This is like one of those uncrossable spaces. So yeah, just throwing an Hellfire is okay with me. Maybe after I move Devdan, the Wyvern will be able to reach Ileana. If that's the case, I positioned poorly. Otherwise though, yeah, now the guy can go through there, so it makes sense that now he can. I think I'll just equip the Flame Lance to take advantage of low thing, and I'll go for Rex Bolt. And you have a Rune Sword, which can go for Largo. But aside from that, no one else can go. It's like short spear plus Rune Sword. We are okay. That side is alright. This side we need to take care of, kind of. I don't completely trust you to just get into an open space, so you will have to do it from the forest. I'm going to use the Backcatty here, because I need the critical. Please? Okay. Stefan never disappoints. When it's the Backcatty, he always gets at least 1 critical. So that kills the Axe Paladin. Now there's the bow and the other axe. The bow I actually... yeah, I can almost completely decimate. And then after I'm done here with the Brave Lance, I can take the kill with Joffrey. Sort of easily. Killer? Killer it is. Brave Bow was slightly safer, but slightly worse for my enemy phase. Because I'm pretty sure it takes away some of my speed. So, yeah, so I don't risk anything, I will use the killer. And that's a level for you, level 17. Some strength, some defense on res. Okay, Joffrey. Pretty good at dodging, he can activate Ether. We're actually not going to kill that many people because the dragon is blocking the way. This guy has the Night Killer, so he doesn't have range, I'm pretty sure. And this one, wasn't it like a Brave Sword? I don't think there's that many ranged enemies coming for me. All in all, pretty fine in here. Yeah, okay. Just in time, though. I mean, how about I just take advantage of having the Feral one in front of me? And, and use that to clear the Brave Sword, because later it might be a bit difficult to hit him. Because I think Nasir now has better movement because of being transformed. Can't I like... Yeah, his movement is pretty decent now. Maybe I should, yes... We're going to divide Nasir. You know, I did say that the right side is having a little bit of trouble, so you're going to help. I'm pretty sure you have like a decent chance at one-shotting. Nasir also has, you know, the full guard, so I don't even have to check for Worm Slayers or stuff like that. Okay, I expected a bit better. I'll be honest, I expected like 30 something. What's that? Something activated. Oh, Nihil. He has Nihil. So he gets a proc. Like a proc sounding thing. Yeah, alright. I should be careful here. They have like Astra and shit. I just remembered that the enemies in the final map have trigger skills. So do any of you have Astra? You don't. You have Vantage. Good to know. Okay, Vantage guy, noted. Oh, and Hellfire even one rounds back. Yeah, then I want the accuracy, right? Like I want Hellfire. Okay. Yeah, accurate enough. It's a killing edge. I don't want that to survive. I need to hit it with the most accurate thing I have. It's probably silver. Oh, that's only 27. So 47. Holy, okay. Maybe not the best. Maybe I overestimated my thing. I'll still go for the silver axe. If I hit, like, this is completely solved, so it would be stupid not to go for it. Okay. Got lucky there. It was just a coin toss. Of course, he didn't have to crit on the next turn or anything, but you know how it goes. More of a solid performance than I expected from my team. Not that I don't trust them or anything, but yeah, I know I haven't picked the most optimal team available. I know I've been using some meme units. I know I've been using some bona fide like filler units, like Devdan, for example. The whole point with Devdan is filler halberdier that you deploy if you don't have anything better, because almost always you're going to get a better result out of, I don't know, training up Nefeni with bonus experience or something like that. Yeah, we wait there and we wait here. But Devdan is actually like capable enough after some training of killing enemies here. And Joffrey, for a late game unit, is performing incredibly well. Largo is actually doing a good job. Like I feel Largo is a pretty good unit, and I'm not even activating Resolve or anything. It's just he's working. Yeah, I think the army is just a bit better than I expected. I know, yes, a kill for Shinon. I mean, yes, at this point in the game it doesn't matter anymore, but it matters more for Shinon than Ike, you know? Like, Ike is getting absolutely nothing out of this. So might as well. I mean, the blade is doing something, so I guess it's better to get a head start here. In case I get like Ether, something. Yeah. The weakened guy probably dies to one Rexbolt, right? Yeah. And this one is the one that doesn't have Vantage. So I should go for you, kill you, and then target the other one with Kiran, who doesn't mind taking a bit of damage now that he's healed back to full. So Rexbolt takes care of you. And small chance for a critical, 34 damage. I might be able to kill with Devdan. I might. Vantage activates. Well, Vantage always activates. I get Soul. So we're back to full. It's only, can I do 11 damage with Kieran? That's level 20, by the way. Strength, skill, defense. Okay. Would I be getting any bonuses into... I would be getting a strength bonus into Radiant Dawn. Just curious. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, very accurate. I'll be taking damage because Vantage. But even so, very good. And I get Luna. I didn't know Luna can activate at range. Those are Brave Axe, whose damage should be high, but at the same time shouldn't be very accurate. What did it activate? We might never know. Yeah, maybe it had parity, maybe it had Nihil to avoid getting ethered. Whatever the case, yeah, it's not happening. By the way, I think you might be unable to activate Ether against Ashnard. I'm not completely sure, but I think that might be the case. He has Don't, which is kind of bothersome also. Well, that's the movement for you, right? Yeah, because that's 1 to range. Okay, you reach exactly here. Second square of the bridge, right? Where does Ashnard reach? A bit further, so we are safe. Even if Ashnard is like suddenly aggressive or something. You have Guard, you could trigger Guard. We are safe to go for this, right? So as I said, we will just regroup with everyone into this nice fountain place. In fact, I'm almost tempted to, like, if Bryce doesn't move, attack him from range with bolting or with perch, but I seem to remember him being aggressive. I also seem to remember him being closer, so it might have to do with the mode. Like, I think in hard mode he stands in the fountain. Okay, Dragon Lagoon's approaching. I'd say that's confirmation that Bryce is moving. Yeah, Bryce is absolutely moving. Okay, here we go. So you're the enemy general, much younger than I had imagined. Age matters not. Will not relinquish it so easily. Allow me to introduce myself. Bryce of Dyne. Namek. Wishblade misses. Ragnell destroys. As usual. I mean, I'm not keeping this many use. Oof. Great. Oh, I should have approached with Kieran. Kieran would have given me actually the fire support I needed to take the kill. But it doesn't matter. I think I'll be taking the kill with the double. Oh. Really now? A 7 might is not very high might. 27 attack and you have 27 defense. It's lacking a fire support or something to be able to do this. Well, whatever. So you move there and you move there. Really, like, if I want to do this, it has to be like this. It's a bit scary. It's a bit scary, but I'll go for it. Very good, Largo. Last minute addition to the team, but I have to say he's pretty fun to use. I kind of feel like I didn't use him a lot. Maybe he'll come back in a future run. If I ever do like a survival run of this game, I'm guessing Largo will be also pretty good, because any like late game filler units are good in that sense. 21 speed. I think this might go on Joffrey. Not like I need the stats anymore. Honestly, Nasir. Because how much speed do you have? 27. It's not going to make a difference, is it? Just gives you a little bit of a void, but at least... Like, the main enemy now is Ashnard, so I should be buffing the people that can actually damage him. So let's give it to Nasir. Okay, these are 60 health dragons. With, I'm guessing, like the highest possible damage. I get a critical. I don't know if I love getting a critical here. Might have been for the best to leave them alone. But the second one already moved. What's the damage here? Only 9. No ether. Maybe this was a bit risky for Egg. You know, if he got to hit everyone. But at the same time, if he ethers, he recovers a lot of health, so... I guess I'm just playing my odds. He'll dance now. So I can now reposition, attack from range. Ileana can also attack from range. I think Ileana might already be enough to take the kill, but... No, she's lacking a little bit. Little bit. I think I might try and give this one to Brom. He deserves it. You know, he's the guy, he's Brom. Okay. So... Oh, Lagus lands even, yeah. I have to do it now. Oh, I can get killed. Yes, try the short axe. 66. If it works... Yeah, alright. Good enough. So now I'll prepare to do like a massive dance to catch the bishop off guard. I guess I also have to check for... I can go here and check for Ashnard coming. I can just use an elixir. No, I have raids available, so there was no point. But okay. I don't know. I guess if Ashnard is aggressive, then we're in a bit of trouble, but... Oh no. Oh, that doesn't sound like he's staying. Will you not come to me? In that case, I will bring the fight to you. He's moving. I might not battle him just because the Rexora got in the middle. Or worse, I might get weakened by the Rexora before he comes. No. Okay, we one-shot. Rexora was irrelevant. He died immediately. I didn't pay attention for the range. Here comes Ashnard. Well, this is very bad news. This is horrible news, actually. I don't have a way to avoid this guy killing my people, so... What do I do with the rest? I just run away? Does he prioritize Ike? I think I tried to survive with everyone, but yeah. I remember that stance well. So your father taught you swordplay. You cut me down. Okay, if you can. Yeah, this guy's just obsessed with, like, the Darwinian concept of strength and all that. What's that? A physic. Fuck you. Largo, can I rescue you? Yes. Okay, so you're going here so that I can rescue you out of there. Very good so far. Yanaf, run. Rayson, please tell me... Okay, you can run. Meaning, everyone else can run. Because if Rayson can dance for people, then they can run away to a different side. Okay. Good job. Good job. So that works. Okay, yeah. So if I heal, I can attack. Yeah. I think I get the idea with Nasir. I have another physic on Ileana, by the way, so we might be able to... Okay, I'll go here. What do you do now? Alright, you have renewal. You go for Ike. You prioritize Ike. I don't know if it's because of provoke or what, but what I know is that there's still the problem of the physic, right? So I need to keep my own physic in range. And I need to deal with these guys, go around Ashnard's range, and take care of the bishop on top. Well, easy decision for Nasir's turn. Just in case. I'm not accumulating a lot of damage on Ashnard. I don't know where Givka is. I really need Givka in here, to be honest. Maybe you are supposed to surround him with, yes, a lot of people. Ether. Great. I can actually survive an extra one now. But yeah, Ether activating there is pretty great. I'm guessing Wrath is also like a good strategy against him, probably. Yeah, so now I can survive this. I do 9. How much do you do? 5. We can finish this now. Okay. Okay, we can finish this now. I survive. So I'll start with Ike. And I have 2 healers anyway, so I would have probably gone for that this turn. And yeah. I mean, Ike goes to 41 anyway, so he always survives. I don't know when the healing comes. But yeah, it seems to me like Nasir's health is thought out to be able to do this. I could miss the 79, that's why I'm a bit cautious. Nasir, take it away. That's the reason I had to meet you. I'll have you tell me how to heal my warped and twisted Legus brothers. That's what you want? There never was such a cure. It's already too late. Tell me, Dragon, where you are warm? So your goal was to stop the Goldoans from fighting. Oh, I understand. Please hit. There we go. Alright. There we go. It's not enough, I say. Not enough. Do you think you can defeat me? Roar! Wait, what? What are you doing? Now's the time to use this. No, you blind stupid. This is new. This doesn't happen in normal mode. I'm getting like new tidbits of. That's the medallion. He's using the medallion to power himself? Please, get away, everyone! Oh. Yeah, I've seen that before. I've seen like him looking like that before. I always thought it was like a dramatization of him because, you know, Mad King and everything, looking absolutely insane. But no, he in hard mode only, he uses the medallion to power himself. It feels so good. He's touching the medallion, but he's still sane. Ike, we can't win like this. Call one of the battalion and there it is. That's why in hard mode. So you have to wait until second phase in hard mode. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. I thought maybe you didn't have them available at all, but it would be a bit weird to have 3 characters taken away from you. Gifka. I've heard that Gifka is the best out of the 3 for a while now. Tiban has the flight, but considering, considering this guy is so aggressive and you don't get your commander until he has attacked you himself, Gifka is better, probably. So, sorry Naesala, sorry Tiban, going with Gifka. Guy I've never tried before. Seems like I'll have to wait a little bit more. 40 strength, 60 attack on 29. Okay, I didn't take a counter, and 60 attack on 29 defense is 31 damage. So he has increased his damage, I think, but not by an incredible amount. He has 10 movement though, so he has a bit more movement now. Have to be careful with that. Or he always had 10 movement. I don't know. I could heal him. I could heal like 13 uses of physic left. 11 uses of physic. Like, come on. Just in case. Okay. Maybe I should send my dancer with my healer also. Well, it depends. Let's see how this goes first. Gifka is not coming yet. I think he takes like a turn to appear. Or does he? Maybe that's also changed. But whatever the case, there's no point in dancing now. I can dance you instead. And we could try and do something cool. Can I sleep, Ashnard? I wonder. I did say I have a lot of stuff here. I have the hammer, I have the rescue. So if there's something I want available, is the rescue. Just in case. It's interesting, you know, the differences in difficulty mode. This type of differences, I think, are better than, of course, yes, plain increases in stats or stuff like that. Those aren't as satisfying to beat. Like, yeah, Ashnard is simply getting a bit more strength, speed, defense on this mode. And then you require, like, higher stats. It's of course good to see, because it's just also part of the increase in difficulty. But it's not as satisfying as, you know, you have to plan around the fact that Ashnard now has a second phase. By the way, give it up for South, who has done, I think, absolutely nothing during this whole battle. Okay. Music is different, right? Well, whatever the case, seems like I got a bit lucky there. No way you double. I should be safe. We are fine. We are so fine. Gifka. I have arrived. What is that thing? So Ashnard tried to use the medallion, did he? Fool. You transform already? Can't complain. How do... Whoa, that's a cool look. A black lion. 40 strength. Holy fuck. 40 strength, 28 speed, so not getting double, 30 defense, so higher defense than Ike. An elixir on your inventory. That actually reminds me of the fact that, you know, I should be doing this. Yeah, so you have it. And yeah, this guy just seems very good. I'll be sending him to help Ike. Okay, yeah, we are taking now 31 damage. It doesn't really change things because I still get 2 shot. Actually, it should be... I already dodged twice. That's lucky. I should be checking for skills. You still have only renewal and don't. Yeah. Heavy Spear being relevant once again thanks to it being very accurate. And I get Luna. Ooh, cool animation. I don't think I saw it a lot. I think I've activated it multiple times, but always from a distance. With a short spear or something. Joffrey is probably the best guy to go for the healer. Good level there. Debdan, as always, bordering on average, but getting good enough levels that I can't really justify dropping you. You're the man. Okay. So what happens now? You keep at it, you get 8 from renewal now because your total health is higher, so 10% of your health is a higher number. Makes sense. 31 damage once again. This time we don't dodge, but we get Ether. Very good. Now, Ether isn't enough to recover us to a point where we can damage you now. Which I guess is to be expected. Okay. I'm going to signal your range. There's a shine. If I go here, just bordering your range, I should be able to destroy you. As you know, signal Ashnard, be careful with his range, and let's test Gifka. Ooh! Survives 2 rounds. Crazy. Crazy. You're the one they speak of in whispers, the Lion King's shadow. What are you doing so far from your body's shadow? Am I so terrible that your king hides in fear? Your strength, even with your medallion, is not sufficient. That's why I'm here. If I fail to stop you today, your next opponent will be our king. But first, this imposter will measure your fighting prowess. What impudence! You prepare to become a pile of bone for your king? You will make a fine snack. Power scaling Kainegis, yes, casually. Okay. How about I heal Ike? Because I can heal him again. We can attack with Ike. We should be fine. Can I set you up so that Ike can take the kill already? That's 14. That's 9. I think 9 is very accurate, to be honest. Like, as long as I hit this, which is like my least accurate attack. As long as Nasir is able to do this. Ah, you dodge. It was bound to happen. And I don't think it's worth it to attack, probably, right? We can do it on the next turn. Yeah, we'll simply... Wait, this is Magic 2. This is Magic 2, so... Correct me if I'm wrong, but if I use Fortify... Did I recover Nasir? Yes. Okay. Range is pretty crazy. And I also got Gifka. Okay. That's really good then. We can't attack there yet. I think attacking the bishop is going to be completely unnecessary, but whatever. You go for Ike. Really obsessed with Ike. Okay, I get it. Gurgrant. 31 damage. Down to 13. Okay, yeah, Gifka is definitely insane. Like, 100% accurate and can finish this job. Like, I see now why Gifka is so, like, praised. I'm going to take down this guy just because of, you know, personal pride now. And then I'll probably attempt to weaken Ashnard with Nasir. If that works, then I will give the kill to Ike. If not, I will give it to Gifka. Okay, good. What did you end up? Level 17, yeah. Paragon is just crazy. So Nasir. From this side. Please hit. Alright. Alright. I think now there's a good chance to finish this with Ike, which is, you know, cinematically speaking, is just better. I will fortify because I can. I heal everyone. I think that's only going to be Nasir, but it looks cooler. Get a level, might be level 20 on you. Yeah, it is level 20. And Ike has this. Yeah, Brave Sword does nothing, by the way. Yeah, it's definitely, you have to go for Ragnall because it's the sacred weapon. Let's go. There we go. Excellent, excellent, so good. More, I say. At this time of Ascension, it's not enough. Not enough. You know, I have to say, first of all, we beat the Ironman. I guess I should focus on that, but also, with this being the first time I beat hard mode, and seeing the second phase of Ashnard, I have to say he's gone up a few points for me in terms of, you know, villainry. He works much better once you take like the second phase and using the medallion into account, because before he was just like a very powerful human, single phase, and you defeat him. And now he's like a lot more memorable, and I think he ties in better with the theme of the medallion that goes through Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I really like this battle. I honestly thought it was really well done. And yeah, I just wish this type of stuff that is changed between one difficulty mode and the other was, you know, they warned you about it, because you know, I was going in blind. I could have made a stupid mistake. The kid's mount is still alive. Yeah, we know about this though. This is pretty sad. The Rayon thing. One of my favorite characters in this game, to be honest, Sana. Yeah. Well, we are done with all that sadness though, because this is time for happiness. Epilogue. Epilogue. We're going to enjoy the epilogue while I rant, as I always do. We beat the game. We were able to beat it, and it was more complicated than I expected. I think a lot of what happened was, well, obviously everything that happens during an Ironman, mostly it's your fault. Unless you get like incredibly unlucky and you miss like 90s all over the board. You know, it can be said that everything that happens that goes wrong is my fault. And some of the earlier deaths were more so my fault than others. Boyd was definitely like a jar of cold water. Made a bit of the early game more difficult for me. The Hark was horrible because I was planning to use the Hark. I really like the guy, and I ended up having to settle for Estefan. Was amazing, by the way, so I guess everything has its upside. And finally, and I think this was like the biggest mistake in the whole run, and what could summarize this run for me, the lack of flyers. Getting Marcia and Jill killed in the desert map, Jill dying, making her unavailable, and then losing Tanith in that same chapter where her was also unavailable, yes, running completely out of flyers, was so bad, so bad. And I thought it wouldn't be as horrible because I had the Flying Lagoons. But the Flying Lagoons are much worse in this game compared to in Radiant Dawn. In Radiant Dawn, them having a counter actually makes them like a lot more flexible and a lot better. And Janaf and Ulki, I'd say, are like much better units in Radiant Dawn than they are in Path of Radiance. Even if here they are like, I think they are available for a bigger chunk of the game, relatively. Selgius here. Okay, Selgius is okay. Good to know that Selgius is okay. That means a lot to me. Came with reinforcements, in case things took a turn for the worse. Yeah. I think this difficulty mode was harder than I expected, and I think I took a lot of stupid losses, and the whole flyer thing sort of snowballed into making maps a lot more complicated than they had to be. Yeah, the fact that Mist, like, if anyone touches the medallion, it makes them absolutely mad to the point that Grail killed his wife, and Ashnard turned into like the fucking, you know, demon mode Ashnard that we saw here at the end. But Mist can casually just touch the medallion because the forces of order are stronger in her. It's just like, okay, I guess that's a thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think this was a good series. We cut it close. At times, we lost more people than I wanted to. Some of the people we had been training for a while, like, I really wanted to take Mordecai to the end. I think Tanith also probably deserved to get to the end. And a combination of stupid mistakes and bad decisions, and yeah, sometimes even bad luck. In the case of, for example, Marcia, because Marcia just got critted out of nowhere. A combination of those things ended up taking more lives than I expected, but we beat the Ironman. And this actually makes me curious as to how doable a Maniac mode Ironman is. Because I know Maniac mode is supposed to be not that much more difficult. As I've heard, Maniac mode just increases. It's basically just a massive increase of the amount of enemies and the stats on the enemies, which can be a bit dangerous during the early game, but after a while, you enter into this weird thing where, because there's a lot more enemies, you, even if they are taking a penalty to your experience, you get a lot more experience because there's just more people to kill. So you level together with the enemies, and the enemies aren't much more dangerous, they are just very bulky. So it takes you like a very long time to beat maps, but after you beat them, it's like, yeah, you're okay. And here, for some reason, we see like Lagoose and humans sort of living together. Even though when you go into Radiant Dawn, it's kind of not what was happening there, but okay, we'll let this fantasy play out. It's been a good series, I'd say, and I don't do Ironmans that often because I do a lot of Let's Plays with, you know, paying attention to the story and everything. But I do understand that most people that have been in the community for a while already know the story. They are looking forward to the challenge runs, and I'm looking forward to doing more challenge runs too in the future. At some point I will finish playing like every Fire Emblem game, and then it's only going to be challenge runs. What's next in the channel? Well, I tend to alternate. I always run with Let's Play on one side, but on the other, can't skip this. On the other, I have alternated between a Fire Emblem challenge run and Pokemon Nuzlocke. And I'm not going to break that trend now. It's going to be a Pokemon Nuzlocke. The previous one we played was Pokemon White. So it's time now for Pokemon X, 6th generation. It's actually a bit weird because 10th generation just got announced like... I'm recording this like almost 2 weeks after it got announced. I think it was 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, 10th generation for Pokemon got announced, and now I get to play like 6th generation. You know, like looking forward a bit to the point when I get to the 10th generation, and I probably play it in the channel too. But I'm not going to rush it particularly because I enjoy taking my time. The fact that I'm playing a game like Path of Radiance instead of, you know, piling up on 3 houses less plays should tell you that I like the older games. I don't want to just play the newer games that I know are incredibly popular. After the Nuzlocke though, we'll probably go back to a newer game. I'm thinking Awakening, so it's probably going to be after this Pokemon X Nuzlocke, then Awakening. The Awakening challenge run it's not going to be an Ironman, it's going to be a bit different. Something I've thought out of. Oh, Sephiran, nice to see you. It's going to be a funny run. Like, if you like Awakening, you might enjoy it. You might think it's just silly. I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult, but it's just something like a bit of a heavy restriction. I feel like if I apply to myself while playing Awakening, would I be able to beat the game easily? Would it make things a lot more complicated? Or because it's Awakening, can you just like run through enemies easily without really caring? All right, that was a load of text. It appears your trials are only beginning, said Sephiran there at the end. But yeah, well, as I was saying earlier, like sometime earlier, the voice dubbing, I forgot.
I'm nervous.
I hope you enjoyed this series.
I spent my whole life in hiding.
I hope you enjoyed like the previous chapters and this final chapter.
It's just no one ever
a bit
taught me
blind
how to rule a kingdom.
for an Ironman. Like there's some stuff I didn't know.
Their queen.
But I managed to muddle through. So I guess that speaks as to why this game is considered to be among the easiest. Like,
stop it.
Path of Radiance is sort of one of the easiest Fire Emblem games I've played. That I have to say, together with Sacred Stones.
But that's not the same.
Recent addition to my catalog of already played Fire Emblem games. Anyway,
that's
if you did enjoy,
it's not.
Then as always consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. It's appreciated, and I
see.
I don't say it a lot, but you know it's.
All right.
Like it motivates me to make more content.
We'll do this.
I'm a bit of a content machine. I keep making content even if I don't get views. So you're going to get content anyway, even if you don't leave a like or a comment. But just so you know, it's appreciated.
My lord Ike.
And yeah,
I am so blessed.
I hope to see you in my next series. We should come out like not more than a week or 2 weeks after this one. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.
And so it was that in the spring of the year 646, Alincia Rydell Crimea saw peace return to her homeland. In the years to follow, the story of Queen Alincia and her noble hero Ike spread across the land and inspired the songs of many a wandering troubadour.